I've spent over 4,265,000 hours on LinkedIn, and I've tested every growth hack that exists. But the truth is, 99% of them are useless. So rather than wasting thousands of hours testing all the hacks that don't work, I'm going to teach you the 7 weird LinkedIn hacks that helped me hit 180,000 followers. The 1% of LinkedIn hacks that are so good, they should be illegal. So if you want to blow up your business in the next 12 months, become an expert in your field, and have famous entrepreneurs start following you, I suggest you pay attention. Now, the first hack is one of my favorites because it can literally double or triple your views without any extra effort on your side. 12 months ago, my friends and I discovered this by accident, and this is the first time I'm talking about it live, so you probably never heard of it before. It's called time zone hacking, and this is how it works. LinkedIn sends a notification to your followers every time you repost a post, and what I noticed was that every time I repost 6 hours later, the engagement on that post would increase by up to 20%. So basically, if I was posting at 12:30 UK time, which meant that the majority of my US audience was asleep or just getting ready for work, I would then repost 6 hours later, which gave me a second chance to reach them and gain slightly more engagement and a couple new followers from that time zone. And every time I do this, I get at least 10 new comments instantly. But this time zone hack won't work if you use it on a bland piece of content. However, it can make you viral if you combine it with a truly unique post, which is where the second hack comes in, because there's thousands of how-to content online, blog posts, articles, and even ChatGPT can write that, but there's only one how-I piece of content, and that comes from you. The only person that can write that is the person that lived it, you. And people follow people for their unique insights, not for something that can be found with a quick Google search. So next time you write a post, use your personal experience to write it. Let me show you how you can turn the most boring, typical piece of content into a personal and engaging piece using this exact same tip. And we're going to use my SLAY framework to do just that. Let me show you. Now, the SLAY framework is broken down into 4 key elements: story, lesson, actionable piece of advice, and a you. I've chosen this post that I literally just found on my feed to edit. And this is what we ended up with after implementing this framework onto it. We've taken it from just a simple announcement to an actually outstanding piece of content. It works like magic, I promise. But another way to stand out on LinkedIn is to become an expert in a specific niche, and the third hack is amazing for just that. You see, the number one mistake that LinkedIn creators make is that they do not repeat themselves enough. They fear that they've already said it, or even worse, someone else already has said it. But to become a true authority in your niche, you need to be using the beta main hub frequency bias. Here's how it works. The more you post about one thing, the more people will associate you with that same thing. So if you want to be known as the next productivity guru, for example, it makes sense that 80% of your content is productivity based, and to consistently talk about it every single day. Same thing goes for your values. If you have a specific value such as kindness, then honing in on that through your content supports that same bias. It reinforces your authority on those topics in your audience's mind. Remember, repetition doesn't bore people, it reinforces. If you really want to reinforce your authority and become a big boss in that specific space in your niche, then you can make use of hack number 4. And when I realized its power, it blew my mind. But before I reveal this key step, I've left a free 20+ page resource for you to download in the description. It includes the 7 weird tips that I'm talking about in this video, plus a few extra to build, grow, and monetize your LinkedIn. And while you're down there, please like this video and hit the subscribe button. It helps the channel grow. It makes me feel good, and I can justify spending over 4,000 hours analyzing LinkedIn content for absolutely no reason. Now, hack number 4 blew my mind because human connection is everything, and I think we all learned that the hard way during COVID. And that is always going to be the limitation with the internet and social media, particularly with written content, the lack of human connection. But back in February, I understood how to combine the power of social media with human interactions using real-time live streams and events. See, many people can fake being pros via written content, but live? No chance. By going live, you give your audience real life value by answering their questions and explaining your key topic of expertise. But you also build trust, because when you go live, your audience gets to see the real you, unscripted, unedited, and authentic. This is so hard to replicate for anyone else that isn't you, and it can be a gold mine for your business. And if you're comfortable putting yourself out there in the aim of being authentic and taking this to the next level, then hack number 5 is for you. Because LinkedIn recently released collaborative articles. And they are all the hype right now, because if your mini article gets upvoted, then you win a nice badge of honor that goes straight into your profile. It looks good, it makes you look credible, but that's not the hack that I'm talking about. Because while everyone is making an effort to look good and sound like an expert, we might as well do the opposite and still win a nice little badge. So how do we do that? Well, you can gamify collaborative articles by entertaining people instead. These articles have very serious questions, and if you're a very serious person, then sure, give your best political answer. But if you're like me, introduce a pattern interrupt. It wakes people up. You get them to stop, think, engage, smile. It works like a charm every single time. Just like this post or this one, you inevitably smile or at least stop your scroll to see what's going on. One thing I learned about LinkedIn is that people there want to laugh. Just like every other platform, people just want to feel alive and like people. It is a social media platform after all. So do just that. Give them one more reason to laugh that day. Take a collaborative article and write a light-hearted tip or story that complements it. Not with the aim to get a badge, but with the aim to entertain those who are watching. This is literally how you turn lurkers into fans. Again, your story, personality, and even the way you talk is everything online. Use it wherever you can, because no one is. But what happens if you're posting all the content right and playing the LinkedIn game correctly, but you still aren't getting any engagement on your post? Well, you might need hack number 6, because you could be shadow banned. So here's how you get out of this shadow ban. Go to your most recent post and see who's engaging with it. Message 5 to 10 of those people, thanking them for their comment, and maybe do some light talk and remind them to hit your bell if they liked your content or got any value from it. This reinforces your connection, as most of us don't really talk to our followers often. And secondly, you want to do this with new people who are active. Go to your LinkedIn feed and scroll to see who's posting, and if you're already connected with them, do the same. Now, every time you connect with someone new, go through this exact same process. This will fast track you out of getting from your potential shadow ban. This isn't technically a hack, but it does get traffic back to your profile and reminds people that you exist. So when LinkedIn sees that more people are visiting your profile, it will show it to more people. It's literally how social media works. And finally, the question you have all been waiting for: how can you get your ideal clients, celebrities, and your favorite influencers to connect with you and comment on your posts? Well, I personally use the sniper method. You can make a list of ideal clients or people you'd love to be seen by. Then every day you go to their profiles and comment on their content on time. So if they post at 12, you need to be on their profile at 12 on the dot, so you can be one of the first people to comment. Now, here's the trick. You can't just come up with something bland. The comment needs to be insanely valuable, because those comments start a sub-conversation with the author of the post as well as with their audience, which can get you hundreds of new likes and views just like that. And if it all works as planned, you can connect with your ideal client straight away. And if not, you connect with the audience, which gets you more visibility and grows your audience anyway. And that then increases the chances of your ideal connection seeing you, because their audience are all connected with you, which then builds trust with your ideal target. And this is exactly what happened to me. I did this for months, and eventually, because my comments and content were so good, my profile grew, which led to more people engaging with it, pushing me closer to these people in these networks, increasing my chances of my post appearing on their daily morning LinkedIn scroll, and then I connected with them. Remember, to win online, you need to make yourself valuable. And the best way to do this is to show up daily and sincerely try to help your audience. Because that way, you cannot fail. When your intentions are pure, you will never lose. But here's the catch. If you're trying to build your business and generate leads, there's one thing you need to set up correctly. Otherwise, all your new leads and connections will be for nothing. So check out this video where I show you how to turn your LinkedIn profile into a lead generation machine. See you there.